Well, here we are once again struggling with these little corn flies. If you see something like buzzing at our face, that's what they are. Little corn flies here at the end of August.
I don't know what's going on in Indiana this year, but these corn flies are really terrible.
And they're biting me today. Are they biting you?
Well, I have my long pants on.
Oh, lucky you. Hey, Kathleen, look, I have my scarf on just for you. I went in and put it on so that you would recognize me. And you know what? You come to Indiana anytime you want. We'll show you a good time, girl.
Yes, some people were commenting on the fact that in the last video, Nancy didn't have her
oh, by the big ditch.
Yeah,
I had my sun hat on.
She had
sun visor.
So this week has been kind of relaxed for us. We have not had the busy, crazy week that we normally have.
But what have you been doing?
Oh, so our tow vehicle, our car, rolled over on 100,000 miles this week.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. We've put that many miles on that car
in 2 years.
In 2 years. Well, it actually was 2014, so we bought it used. It had about 38,000 on it, and so in 2 years we've put all those miles on our car. Still
been to
runs
Florida 3 times.
still runs great, but so I had to hit all that 100,000 mile maintenance this week and get that all done.
Because we got some more traveling coming. Yeah.
So I do all the maintenance on our vehicles. Very seldom take them in to have repairs done on them. So it saves us some money. But yeah, since it was raining, that's what I did this week.
And got the camper. I got the camper packed and cleaned and packed. Right.
So we got some more traveling on the way here soon. So we're ready to go.
Yeah. So camping by the big ditch. And the bloopers were real. I mean, the struggle was real. We always deal with noise, but every noise we could possibly get, we got. And what was up with the guy on the motorcycle going round and round the town square with that same song blaring for what, half an hour?
So in the video, you only seen like him drive by one time. That's because there's a time limit on the videos that you can post on YouTube. So we were trying to.
The song.
Yeah, and the song.
Right.
We didn't want to get a copyright flag. But I gotta tell you, that guy chased us all over town.
Everywhere we went, there he was.
And so on the last video there that you seen on the outtake reel at the end, yeah, I was pretty much done with him. Because every video we started was him.
I want to say, guy, just go get a hobby. Or something.
I don't know what the song he was playing in that particular girl. But when we were up on the town square, he kept playing Down on Main Street, and he kept running around
and around. Anyway,
so we tried our best. Anyway, I'm glad everybody got a kick out of our break. And then the air raid sirens going on.
I know, it wasn't Friday at 11.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense.
The geese flying over kept messing us up. But anyway,
the lawnmower.
Hey, we appreciate everybody that stuck it out to the end.
And watch
so now we know who you are. We know who the people is that watch our whole thing and don't ditch on us at the end. So everybody made comments that you liked thank you. We appreciate it.
So the boat ride, did you notice that Herky would not look at the camera? Regardless of what we did, I put him up on the nose of that boat, and he still would not look at us. Little stinker, he knew we wanted him to.
We were trying to video him. Normally he cooperates with us on the video. He was done with it, so.
Yeah, he was just over it that day. Yeah.
So speaking of the boat ride, we had a comment from one person on the video. I thought it was really interesting. So let me just say this. So we get on the boat, and they go through the whole safety regulations thing about how that you in case of emergency you put your life jacket on.
The life jacket is under the seat, but he says.
So the guy says to us, he says, but instead of putting on the life jacket, he said, would you do us a favor and not get our life jackets wet? He said, just hold them above your head and walk to shore because the water's
walk to the bank.
Because the water's only 3 feet deep.
Well, it'll almost be over my head, but.
So we thought we got a good chuckle out of that. The water in that canal is not very deep anyway.
No, but it was a neat find.
Yeah. So Oh,
you want to explain how you did
oh
that?
yeah. So anyway, I was you know, I'm always looking for neat road trips and something interesting. So I kind of like just drilled down on the maps, and I was looking at some things. One of the things I seen was all the way across the state there was like, it said, you know, former Erie Canal ditch, or the ditch, or what. So from that I was like, that's just interesting. So I did a wiki search really quick and found out that Interpretive Center is just an hour drive from our house. So really, like I said, I think in the video on the drive up there, we were concerned that it might not be something we want to see, but turned out to be a really relaxing weekend.
Yeah. And we thought too that, you know, we do know that there was a Love's truck stop close by, and if it didn't work out, we could go spend the night there.
Yeah, and then just kind of tool around the state. And
yeah.
We wound up, the campground was really nice, and the trails around there were really good.
Yeah, and we were right alongside that ditch.
Yeah.
Our campsite was.
So they converted a lot of the old tow paths to walking trails, and even though some of the tow path no longer had the ditch or the canal next to it, but it did have a flat place for you to walk there.
At least someone has flat tires.
somebody driving by sounded like they had a flat tire.
Here we go again.
So sorry for the distraction there. Yeah, so that's how we wound up there at the place, and the museum was really interesting. We had a really good time there. I'd recommend it. Yeah. It wasn't high pressure, and the cost was so reasonable.
What was it, $7 each for us to ride? And Herky
was
free.
I think on the whole weekend I wound up spending about $40. We cooked our own meals and things like that. So yeah.
I know I saw in that video where somebody said that they thought we were going to burn our waffles. I was thinking the same thing. I got distracted.
It's funny, like during the filming of that, I wasn't even thinking about that waffle at all.
It was breakfast.
But when I started doing the editing, I was like, I'm surprised we didn't burn those waffles that we were cooking at the same time. Yeah.
So the town of Delphi was really cute. I was disappointed that the library had been redone, because the Carnegie, hard to say, Carnegie libraries are really pretty, but that one was just...
They had modernized it and everything. I wouldn't say they ruined it, but...
They squared it up.
Yeah, it just wasn't...
And a Carnegie library is usually rounded.
Some of them are square, but you could not see the dome from the road.
Right.
And that's what got us all... And once I went inside, and you could see the dome at the top.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of historic buildings in town.
It was. Yeah, it was really neat. Little shops there on the square. Mm-hmm. Beautiful courthouse.
Yeah, the courthouse.
I couldn't think of what it was.
Yeah.
Was there, and there was a cute little, what was that little restaurant? It was an old gas station, one of the teeny tiny little gas stations.
Oh yeah, we didn't go there, but they had a Mexican restaurant made out of an old 1920s gas station.
Yeah.
There. Some people at the campground told us they went there, and it was really...
Good,
it was really
authentic.
cool to look at, and go to, but we didn't go there ourselves because we were on the budget plan that weekend. So.
Yeah, but it was really cute. So if you go to Delphi, check it out and eat there, and let us know what you thought. Yeah. But it is a town worth going to if you live close by.
And so the campground is close enough that you could literally just walk into town if you wanted to.
What was that bridge thing we went and saw? We didn't get video of it, but up on the hill. We think we were driving on a walking path. Yeah,
they had an old railroad trestle that they'd kind of restored. I think the trestle at one time, crossed there. It was for the Nickel Plate Railroad.
Right.
And the Nickel Plate's pretty interesting because when a lot of the tracks got ripped up in the Midwest here in Ohio and Indiana, the Nickel Plate Railroad, I say the tracks, when the canals got ripped up, a lot of the Nickel Plate Railroad used the old tow paths to make... We're gonna let Herky get down.
There he goes.
He's done. So a lot of those tow paths were used for the railroad. So it was interesting, and
we did.
Coming up this Sunday is our video of our time in Damascus, Virginia. The title is, I think, Herky Rides the Virginia Creeper Trail, I think is what the title is. It didn't look what we done was we put Herky in a cart behind the bike. We're not going to talk at length. You'll see the video
other than
next
the
week.
fact that I should have been in the cart.
It had been a long time since Nancy had been on a bicycle. I had actually been on one earlier, but she struggled a little bit getting started. But so I will say that what we done was we left here and we went down to Damascus, Virginia. The town is really cute.
Small town.
But it was interesting on the way down. We had a lot of people spot us on the road.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
So I guess people that watch us on YouTube, so we had a few people spot us on. So it was fun. We got
one person started following us and said, "Hey, I just pumped gas next to you."
Yeah, so it was fun. So anyway, we'll talk more about that next week. But so be watching for that video.
Sunday.
I think you'll enjoy it, and maybe you'll get a chance to go down there yourself. Hey, I don't think we say it enough, but I just want to take a second and say that we really appreciate everybody that has taken the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to send us things that are really encouraging. I know particularly this week we got a really nice note from Derek, who really encouraged us to keep going at what we're doing and keep our style up. Our style is vlogging. It's just us. It's vlogging. It's just us doing what we're doing. And so there were several people that said, hey, they really appreciated that's the way we do stuff. So I don't want to take anybody for granted. So we just want to say thank you to the people that encourage us. To the trolls, well, we won't say thank you to them.
Well, you got to have something to do.
Yes,
may as well pick on
us.
That's
right. To the 99% of you, we really appreciate you following us. We appreciate all the things that you say to us and just the encouragement you give us. We strive to make our videos worth your time watching, and we appreciate the fact.
We don't want to waste your time.
We appreciate the fact that you've spent time watching our videos. A lot of people have chosen to reach out to us by email, and once again we have that email address at hanginwithherky@gmail.com. Feel free to leave us a message and ask us questions if you'd like. We'd be happy to answer any of those. We've had some requests recently for some videos specifically about the runaway. Although, like I said before, our channel's really not about the runaway, and there's a lot of how-to videos about the runaway on YouTube. So we typically don't go that way. What I will say is that later, when the weather is not cooperating with our camping and stuff like that, we'll throw a couple videos up on that. So be watching for those. But like I said, once again, we really appreciate everybody watching us. These corn flies are terrible this year.
Dodging at my face.
So, by the way, this is a rabbit trail, but we live surrounded by corn. So I guess that's why these corn flies are so bad.
Yeah, it could be.
So anyway, like I said, we appreciate everything that everybody said to us and for reaching out to us.
Herky does have a Facebook page too.
Yes, so a lot of people joined up on the Hangin' with Herky Facebook. So
it's just his everyday life.
Go ahead and check that out.
Just
you
what
can
he does.
see what Herky's doing.
His craziness.
We are getting ready now that the weather's cooled down. We're getting ready to hit another really heavy travel season here, and so if I can squeeze this in, so with my work schedule, we're gonna be doing that. So be watching for some videos here this fall, and we'll continue this journey. Like I said, we appreciate everything you guys have done for us. Right now,
it's time to walk the dog.
It's time to walk the dog, and he's ready to go.
Yes, he is.
Bye now.